session that we're going to be doing this morning is called Making Healthy Food Choices. So now we're going to discuss some guidelines about healthy eating. Remember that you may not be able to eat perfectly all the time, but most of us can take small steps as what we choose to eat. Here are some basic guidelines to help us make better choices. We go to chart 19. Van is a little slow this morning, so.
It must be my age.
So, okay, we have worked towards 7 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. And what it is in your bigger books here. I don't know, I think there is some scattered around. It's on page 178. These books are great references for people. When you go to a class, you're given one of these books, which is yours to keep. Nova Scotia is one of the few provinces in Canada you don't have to pay for this.
Do you have to pay for the program?
No, it's free. Just your time. So, okay, work towards 7 portions of fruit and or vegetables a day. 5 a day is a recommended minimum. These are a good source of fiber and vitamins and minerals. They help to avoid constipation. They have no cholesterol, are a healthy source of carbohydrates, which is your vegetables and fruits. Depending on how they are prepared, they have little or no fat. If 7 portions seem like a lot, then work gradually at adding a portion of 2 each day. This might make a good action plan, which I said you're going to hear the word action plan quite a bit. You better remember it because that's on the test.
We're doing a test.
Gotcha. So we choose foods that are lower in fat. Choose leaner cuts of meat and eat more fish. Eat combinations of plant proteins like rice and beans. Use unsaturated fats. These fats are these fats are liquid at room temperature like olive oil. Avoid saturated fats that are solid at room temperature like butter. As you read the labels, it is best to eat foods with no more than 5 grams of fat per portion. Next one, limit foods that can raise cholesterol. This is important for maintaining good blood pressure and for preventing heart attacks and stroke. 2 things determine our cholesterol: heredity and diet. We cannot change our heredity, but we can change what we eat. I'm going a little quick because I say we are time constraints. So eat less meat and dairy products, as cholesterol is only found in animal products. Avoid or limit saturated and trans fats because they cause our body to make cholesterol. Trans fats are solid at room temperature but do not come from animals. Solid shortening, partially hydrogenated ingredients are trans fats. If you have diabetes or prediabetes, watch your carbohydrates. That's very important. The recommended amount of carbohydrates for most people with diabetes is 45 to 60 grams per meal. That's not a lot. As I say, you find all of this information in there. Everything is in that book. It's a great book. I like this one way better than the previous one. The previous one makes good burning. Okay, reduce the amount of salt or other sources of sodium. These can increase blood pressure and heart disease. Sodium is often hidden, so be sure to read the labels. Reduce the amount of salt added to food or do not add it at all. Believe it or not, when you buy bottled water, take a look. It's got sodium. A lot of people don't believe that.
Milk too.
Yep.
Milk too.
Yep, milk does as well. But bottled water has sodium. And sodium, by the way, if you go online, you can find out how much sodium should be your daily intake. And for adults 14 to 50 years of age is 1,500 milligrams per day. That's not a lot. You can find that in one hamburger.
Yes.
Older adults 51 to 70 is 1,300 milligrams per day. And over 70 is 1,200 milligrams per day. So it's not a lot. Now, Carolyn's going to give some food labels. I have some extra ones if we need them. We only need 1 or 2 per table. I don't know how many of you actually read food labels.
Oh, yeah.
Most of you do. That's something that's just come in not that long ago. If you go back even 10 years, probably you'd find maybe 10% of the people who read food labels. Now, a lot of people read food labels. But this is all part of like the program that we give, is we do ask people to do that, to bring in food labels and take a look at it. We go through it in detail. Like I say, I won't go through it in detail today because of some time constraints, but just take a look at some of the food labels and take a look at your sodium content, carbohydrates. You know, there's different things. What I was amazed at is, you know, like the packaged TV dinners. Oh. Horrendous.